one another, comforting one another, trying to make sense of a senseless situation. I don't know what the population is of Sutherland Springs, but it's very small. Have here, I'm going to go back over to my camera and repeat from the top what we do know. We're in Sutherland Springs, which is in Wilson County. Sutherland Springs is about midway between Lavernia and Floresville. Wilson County Sheriff was called here for an active shooter situation. Sorry. The shooter has been taken out, they say, but not before doing quite a bit of damage and death. So we have been working the perimeter of this scene, trying to get information while first responders are obviously very busy trying to figure it out themselves. So if we keep repeating ourselves, it's because new people are joining the feed at all times, and I cannot see the screen. It is very, very bright out here, so if you're asking questions, I am not ignoring it. I just can't see the screen. So we're still looking for Sheriff Joe Tackett. Haven't seen him yet. Seen a lot of first responders. Water, that would be great. So if you hear me being quiet for a moment, it's because I'm shooting video as we move along here. You can see those flags flying in a good breeze. It's super sad because what would ordinarily be a very peaceful setting at a country church is not that today. That little church is quaint, and the center, the heart, spiritual heart of this community, First Baptist Church of Sutherland Springs, right off the main drag, right off Highway 87, very near the post office, which, as you know, in a small town, is also a center of community involvement. I think the first responders are just trying to wrap their minds around the enormity of it. We've heard that multiple people were taken here by air and by ground. When I was driving in from Lavernia, I saw ambulances from many different providers, both coming and going, Code 3, in what we call Code 3, lights and sirens, as if they had already taken some patients and were perhaps coming back for more, maybe, or perhaps they were just calling first responders from a great distance, from a farther distance. So you can see that fellow's vest says HSI, Homeland Security, UPS, Sheriff's Office, shirts first responders. There would be other first responders from Lavernia, from Floresville, to Sutherland Springs community is very tiny, barely more than a wide spot in the road. Still no indication what would lead a gunman to come here and open fire on an otherwise peaceful setting.
Looks like there's a full case over there.
Thank you.
The family needs it, ma'am.
Oh, okay.
Thank you.
We still don't have family members showing up here. Thank you. Thank you. So, yeah. So see, some of the family members are not even making it up here to the church. They're being stopped beforehand by friends and family. Lots of tears being shed today. Lots of comfort from community members. Yes, sir.
Y'all gonna have to get pushed back about 50 yards.
Thank you. Will do. All right, so they're pushing the line back.
On the other side, there was. I don't see anybody anymore.
Okay, they're pushing us back 50 yards. So that's what we're going to do.
Yeah, but you're gonna have to go around this way.
Have you been given any wisdom about where they want us to be ultimately? Because we'll all cooperate.
They said about 50 yards. They said about 50 yards this way.
Yeah, I guess the Rangers came and they want a wider scene.
Okay, very well. Thank you.
So we'll probably take it back to maybe that white SUV right there, right about there. That's not
What?
Okay. Do you know,
Okay.
if that's our final resting place, that would be great if they all come that way.
I don't know.
I know it's above your pay grade, above my pay grade. All right. I don't know where these guys came from, but their group says Tactical Medic. City of Shirts. Thanks for being here, fellas.
You're welcome.
Sorry we didn't have a better outcome.
Thank you.
Okay, those are tactical medics from the City of Shirts. It looks like they may have a bus down there down the street. All right, so we're being told we're being pushed back 50 yards. So I'm trying to figure out where that is. I see they're setting up crime tape. Okay, it looks like they're going to establish the line right there. So, if they're happy with that line, so am I. I'm doing two jobs at once, y'all. That's why I'm not talking the whole time. It's too sad for words here. People whose lives have changed forever. So the police are continuing to reestablish their perimeter. So while they do that, I'm taking the opportunity to shoot a little video of people reacting here. At a multiple fatality shooting scene in Sutherland Springs, Texas. Sutherland Springs is in Wilson County. This scene it's a media car. This scene, First Baptist Church, if you're at all familiar with Sutherland Springs, is west of Highway 87, kind of near the big convenience store in town. So what we have over here, there's just a bunch of family members that are comforting one another. Some crying folks. Some folks that are trying to get their lives back in order. We've kind of been told a couple of times that they're preparing to speak with us. We don't know. So, recapping from the top, according to witnesses on scene and the Wilson County News, which had a reporter on site very quickly. The Wilson County News is the paper of record for Wilson County, Texas. And if you want to cross-check for all kinds of information, they're going to be posting stuff too. We have a good working relationship with the Wilson County News, so we're both out here and we're both working the story. The Wilson County News says that church was underway at the First Baptist Church here in Sutherland Springs, and that a man, a lone gunman with at least one gun, came to the First Baptist Church and opened fire. We know that that he opened fire outside because we have seen tarps on the ground, yellow tarps ostensibly covering bodies. I have seen 2 yellow tarps on the ground myself. However, witnesses are saying that there are many more fatalities, including children. So Nanette from the Wilson County News was told, and many more people injured. We saw at least 2 aeromedical helicopters on scene here. I don't know how many helicopters were here before I got here, but I saw 2 when I arrived. I also saw a lot of ground ambulances working the scene, taking multiple people who suffered gunshot wounds, apparently. The scene is being handled by the Wilson County Sheriff and by the Department of Public Safety. There are troopers here. I saw Homeland Security. Name a first responder, and they're here. This is the kind of community where so many people are volunteers. So many people work for the ambulances. So many people work for, they do volunteer work. It's part of their DNA here in this community. So word spread very, very quickly when this started to unfold, and people started coming here to give their condolences and to give support and to do what they could to help their friends and family, because that's what this is. This is friends and family. These people all know one another here, and they take good care of each other. Usually, there's no indication yet what happened, what led to this. All we have been told is that, there's a big, I don't know if you can see, but look way past to the base of the flagpoles. There's a big collection of first responders there now that I haven't seen before. It seems like maybe they're gathering in one spot over there.
Probably debriefing.
Yeah, it looks like there might be a big debrief going on over there. I see FBI jackets now, which I haven't seen before. You want to talk with me a little bit? My name's Sue. I'm with Pins 5.
Oh, hi, Sue.
Hi, who are you, and what do you know here? What are you doing?
I'm April, and I've been going to this church since I was knee-high to a duck.
Yeah.
So it's pretty tragic. Really don't know. I'm about in the dark as everybody because I changed my mind to go to church today, and so did my daughter. Otherwise, we'd be there. And there's another lady that was just out there. She left like 10 minutes before it happened to go clean the kitchen. So.
To clean the kitchen at her house?
No, at the church.
She was in the kitchen of the church when all this went down, so she missed it because she was volunteering, as many people do in this town, right? How many people do you think would be in church on an ordinary day like
40.
today? About 40?
So about half our church members are gone.
You're hearing that there's that many fatalities.
Yes.
What are you hearing in terms of numbers?
Anywhere between 15 to 20.
Including children?
Oh, many children that were sitting with their family. I'm going to ask this guy. Sir?
Is he the county commissioner?
No.
Ernest Skip Project, you see?
I'm not sure.
See, look.
Oh, it could be.
He's got a logo on his shirt. So this is a long-standing church community here,
Oh yeah.
and the kind of place where it's generational. People have been coming here for
We
generations.
do no wrong. We leave our doors open. Our cars aren't locked. My car's running with the keys in it right now. I mean, we don't lock our doors out here, but why?
There aren't even words, are there?
No, there's no words. There's just, this happens in New York, in big cities. No one's safe. My dad's already taught me how to get the gun out of the safe and get them loaded. I mean, if it can happen here, guys, it can happen anywhere.
Are those of you who are left?
There's a guy holding a machine gun right now. One of those cops.
Yeah, just a heads up. I guess the Rangers are going to set up like a little interview spot at the community center so they can answer questions and kind of put out information if y'all want to do that.
When
I don't know whose it is, but we'll take it. I'll take it.
It was right over here, though. That
Well, I know, but you know, we're all behind the line now, so
How are you?
I'm devastated.
That's gonna help.
Yes, sir.
They're probably the best. That's from the south side of San Antonio.
Well, actually, my dad used to live
They didn't
there.
give a time.
Oh, okay.
Tell me how to get to the community center.
Yeah, it's right there.
That building, the great.
See where
I
that
mean,
bus
the,
is?
Yes.
Just-
the tan thing.
Yeah.
It's beside that.
Yeah, it's parked right in front of it.
Okay. All right, Ken's 5. If you're monitoring, we need to get Henry down to the community center because that's where the Rangers are going to be doing the talking. All right, Facebook family. I don't know that anybody's listening to me. I can't see the screen. So let's. We're just going to have to walk down there. Are you going there? Are you going?
I don't know where I'm with him.
Darling, are you going to the community center?
No, I've got other stuff.
Okay, very well. All right, he's not going. But community center. I don't know where Henry is, so okay. I know that this is. Oh, this is interesting. Okay, so what we're going to do here, folks. I know it's hard to follow along here, but this is what news gathering is all about. Crime scenes are not pleasant, and you can't predict what's going to happen next. But if the community center is where it's at, that's where we're going to go. A lot of the people that I saw earlier are down. Oh my goodness. There's a lot of people down here. Y'all just walk with me. Henry?
Okay, go ahead. No, I was just gonna say.
Okay, Henry's gonna have to get the word in a minute.
And I was like, are you coming to church? He's like, no, I'm going home.
I have to say, shirts must have a really big mutual aid agreement with this community because virtually everybody from Shirts seems to be here. Okay, we're at the corner of 4th Street. This is 4th Street in Sutherland Springs, Texas, where they seem to be setting up some kind of information center or command post for a briefing. Oh, this is not good, y'all. There are victims here, and this is going to be very intrusive. Oh. Let's just see if I can do this without getting in people's faces. So the Rangers told us that the Rangers were going to give us a briefing here.
Okay. All
Which
right.
I hate to be here because it seems intrusive to me, but that's what they told us.
Let me clear the way for you if you don't mind.
Yes, that would be
sorry.
awesome.
I'm sorry.
Yeah, this seems awful to me.
So, I'm sorry. Say that again about Olivia. Wonderful. Okay, because her mom, the reason I was so happy is her mom. Apparently she was with David. But they said David was on his motorcycle. She didn't think this was
Unbelievable. No, this is a place where the victims and their families are gathering. I'm not sure why the Rangers told us to come here, but that's what we were told, so that's what I'm doing for now. They said that they would check with us to make sure it's okay for us to be here. It seems very intrusive to me. We're at the community building in Sutherland Springs, Texas, where there is a mass casualty incident after a shooting incident at First Baptist Church. This is the order of the day. People are just comforting one another because at this moment there's nothing else they can do.
No, I didn't. We haven't heard anything about that yet. We don't give out any information. Okay. You spoke to who? His daughter? Okay. Are they okay?
all right.
Well, I imagine so.
Who was it said they were going to give a news briefing?
The guys with the rifles and the
Okay.
Homeland Security vests that were controlling the perimeter told us to come here for the Rangers.
Okay.
Or for DPS, whoever's in charge of us.
Yes, sir.
It seemed intrusive to me, but that's what they told us.
Turn left.
Yes. And dying fire.
It's really literally right off the highway between Stockdale and University. You'll see all of the being available for
I don't know, but everybody I got everybody, I know where y'all all are. Can I have everybody's attention? All right, hang on. All right.
They've said that Homeland Security is going to give a news briefing in here. So they've sent all the news media here. I just wanted everybody to know that they said that's what's going to take place here. So there's going to be a lot of news media coming in to hear the news briefing from Homeland Security.
Yeah, and thank you for saying that because my name's Sue, I'm with Pins 5. I kind of think it's sort of creepy to be here in the middle because I think you people need privacy.
We do.
My own self, that would be my preference, but that's what they told us. So until they come up with a better plan.
Let's stay out of the inside of the building, please.
Yeah.
So
Where our loved ones are?
I don't know. I don't know. I mean,
they're trying to assess everything down there right now. I just talked with some of the guys that were working down there, and they're trying to assess that. So they don't want to release any information until they have everything that they need. Know that it's the proper information and confirmed information. So we would just ask the media if they want to come down here, they stay outside and do not come inside this building.
Right. I'm for that.
Okay.
I'm for cooperating.
All right, great.
And I appreciate your hospitality, and I hate this.
Yes, we do too. It's devastating for us and for our community, but God's still in control.
Yes, sir.
Okay, He's still in control. And no matter what happened, that we stand on the fact that to be absent from the body is to be present with the Lord. So, if there was anyone in that church that died, we know that they're in the presence of our Lord Jesus Christ right now.
Isn't that what
Yes.
Sutherland Springs is all about, really?
I'm telling you right now it is, because I pastor the church right down the road, River Oaks Church. We're 2 miles down the road, and we have families that go back and forth between the two churches. And some were here today with us today that may have been here last week at this church, and our whole community is about that. We trust in that. We stand on that. This is a good, solid Christian community. We believe in what the scriptures say. We believe that if we're born again, that we'll be in the presence of the Lord when we die. So we're going to stand on that, and we're going to minister to one another and be here to meet all the needs of everybody that's here, and do whatever it is that we can for them.
I want you to brag on your community for a minute, because what I'm seeing here is the power of good.
Yes.
Is it true that immediately when this happened, people sprang into action to
Absolutely.
do what is right? Isn't that a fact?
Absolutely. Our church, we got a call in the middle of our service down the road, and immediately the people that were my wife, who is a nurse at the local hospital, went into action. We have a deputy that was in there that went into action along with other people. We got ready, and then we just did what we do. We prayed. And the Bible tells us that we overcome evil with good. And not evil doesn't overcome evil. Evil can only be overcome by good. So we come together to do that immediately, and be here to minister in whatever way we can to anybody here in this community that needs it. We all know, and we're all prepared right now, that we're going to hear names and we're going to know every one of them.
Yes.
And it's going to be devastating to a lot of families here, but we'll press on, and we will make our way through it, and we'll trust in the Lord that we'll see them again one day in heaven. So.
Yes. Isn't it also true that many, many people in this community are volunteers and first responders, and that when the call came out, the people who had to go provide aid in the first wave were the friends and family of the people who were injured, right? I mean, there's so many volunteers in this community, right?
Yeah, well, we're pretty much a volunteer community. We do have sheriff's department and all that, but we don't have a local EMS. They're in Lavernia and Stockdale and around in those areas. And I'm sure that but all of those, most of those are volunteers. So everybody springs into action to do whatever it is that we need to get done in this community. That's just the way we work. When somebody has problems here, we all step up to meet the needs of the families that are involved in whatever. Crisis or whatever problem it is, be it flooding or family losses or whatever it might be, and certainly something like this we'll pull together as a community for quite a long time, and just be here for each other. Like I say, it's something that we have to prepare for, because as a community, everybody here that you see around right now knows the people that were in that church. So we're just prepared for that.
Figure it out. How are people in South Texas going to know to help you? What do you think is going to be the way to reach out to provide meals? And see, this is going to be bad.
Yeah.
They told us to come here.
Yeah, I know.
This is going to be bad.
Are we going? Are you being recording right now?
Yeah.
Okay.
Well, I'm not.
No,
that.
I know. The way that people be able to help is just to be able to listen, and when it comes out of what it is that's needed by the community, to be able to reach out and help us with that. We have a Facebook page, River Oaks Church, Sutherland Springs, Texas. We'll be putting whatever information we have on that. First Baptist Church has one too, but I don't know. At this point, we don't know what's going to be available for them to be able to do. So, and I'm sure that the news outlets will will be around to be able to let people know what it is that this community needs. Right now, what we need is your prayers for comfort for these people that have lost friends and family. And we've got food, we have water, we have a facility here for ministry, and that's what we're trying to do. So. We have our entire community out here, and we're doing all that we can for this. We're trying not to say anything until we have confirmed information from authoritative sources. So as that comes in, we're going to see some things. We're going to see some people that are going to have some. Our friends, we're going to know every name that comes out of the building there, and our families go back and forth between First Baptist and our church because we know each other for so long. We're just standing here trying to make sure that we can minister to the people as they get the information, because it's all going to be devastating when they do.
Has it already been coming in?
We have been getting some information. Yes, I don't want to say anything about what we've heard, but some people have had some confirmed information about family members and friends. So
How's everybody holding up right now? I know it just happened.
Well, we're holding up as well as we can. We're a strong community. We're all, we're strong in our faith, and we're strong. I mean, this is Sutherland Springs. We're not even an incorporated city. We have a post office over here and a zip code, and 2 gas stations, 2 churches, and a Dollar General.
What do we know about what do you know about?
Do we know a narrative, like what happened?
I do not know a narrative. I'm going to say that it must have been, as I was preaching at our church down the road, it was probably about 11:15 or so when we got some people in our church. We have a deputy and some other people in our church. When we got a call that there was an active shooting going on down at the First Baptist Church, those people, first responders, immediately left our church to come down and to help. Our church immediately went into what we do, and we started praying for everyone that was involved in it. The people of this church and first responders that are going out there. And that's about the only timeline that I can tell you. We know that there was something going on further down 539. I believe that had to do with the shooter, but I don't want to make any statements, like I said, until anything is confirmed. But we know that...
anybody personally that you know that was affected?
Yes, everybody. Everybody in that church. Yes. Yeah, well, I know everybody in there. I mean, our churches work together. We go to lunch with the pastor, Pastor Frank Pomeroy is the pastor there. He and his wife Sherry were not there today. They are on their way back, from what I have heard, and but some of their family members are here. So we're waiting for him to get back. I couldn't tell you where that is. I don't know. I don't remember where they were at.
They were out of town, though.
They were out of town.
Pastor, anything about the shooter? Do you know who it could be?
No, I've not heard anything about the shooter.
Pastor, one of the ladies said that she thought that maybe they've lost half of their congregation.
That's one of the up for the family to be able to come over here so everyone else could come in our church. As soon as we got the word that they were meeting here, we brought water and fans and ice, and we're gathering food for the families and all of that. So this is where we meet as a community. So this was the place. It's 2 blocks from the church down there, so it's close enough that we could be able to get whatever information we could get as soon as we could get it.
So this is where all the families, everybody who's coming to help the families, everybody's meeting here.
This is where all the families are coming of the people in the church, and we have church members that are here. Some that I've talked to that weren't in church today, but they were somewhere else, and they came back here now, and they're here and ready to minister to their friends and family members that are here.
So you got your members of your church are here helping.
My members of my church are here. Our church stands ready down the road with. I told them turn on the air conditioners, get everything ready, because if we need it, it's ready to go for whatever need.
And your name and position one more time?
My name is Pastor Paul Buford of River Oaks Church in Sutherland Springs. We're 2 miles down 539 from First Baptist Church of Sutherland.
Can you spell your last name for me?
Buford.
I think it's important also to repeat that you have a Facebook page where you're going to post information as you can.
Yes, as we get official information, I'm going to be posting what I can as soon as I can. In our Facebook page is River Oaks Church, Sutherland Springs, Sutherland, Sutherland Springs, Texas.
Would you mind talking with our reporter Max? He's just...
Yeah, if you can give me just a second. Yeah.
Thank you, Pastor.
Okay. First, I'm with River Oaks Church down the road.
So as you heard, the pastor from the neighboring church
Yes,
has
sir.
asked everybody to be sensitive to the fact that there are victims and victims' families here gathering at this location, and they have told us, they told us to come here. So so that's our status. They usually try to give victims a little bit of space and privacy, but we're here. They sent us to the place where all the victims are. So that's regrettable. And so we're just trying to, as you can see, I don't know if you can see, but the media is all here in one pile outside the building. And the folks, many of the folks who have been impacted by this mass casualty incident, just one long block away. I don't know if you can see the flags flying over there in the distance in the middle of the trees. But we're just one long block away from where the shooting incident took place, and we have. I think they finally figured out that most of the folks who have been impacted need to go inside the building here.
Here in 25 days.
Okay. We're preparing to do live television here, so I may leave you for a moment, or we may do both. We are at the community building in Sutherland Springs, Texas. I'm going to just recap for you what I know from the top, what we've been told by witnesses and community members. I've got a lot going on here. Just stay with me. I'm shooting video as I'm talking with you here, so that's what's people are just coming with water, with ice, with everything that they need for people who are upset and mourning, people who are waiting for official word. The pastor at the church down the street said that everybody was in church at the time, and his community was in church at the time, and as soon as they found out what was happening, there was a deputy in the congregation, nurses, they all stopped what they were doing and came to respond, and that's what's going on here at the community center in Sutherland Springs. Looks like a Catholic priest has arrived. And mainly what's going on here at the community center is people are comforting one another and just trying to wait for word about the dead and the injured, which apparently is what they're calling a high number. Lots of hugs here today, lots of tears, lots of the preachers are here quoting scripture and telling people to do what they do best here in a small community, which is pray. Let's see if we can move here just a little bit. There's people joining hands right there, praying for one another, praying for a better outcome for their community. I know many of you are thinking that this is intrusive, that we're here where the victims are, but this is where we've been directed.
I know 5, 6 pastors that are here right now. You can see we've got
People are devastated.
We've got people inside that are just
Just holding on to one another. That's all you can do in a mass casualty situation. Hold on and pray.
Yeah, absolutely. Other churches. This is a church down. One of said, well, "Let's go," and we were all together. What's your name, sir?
Pastor Lee Rios, Emerge Ministries.
Okay, and what's it? How do I spell that?
Yes, sir. Emerge, E-M-E.
Okay. And then Rios is not spelled.
Yes.
Okay, so can you say, were you guys in the middle of
Yeah, we were in the middle of services as well. We got text messages. We're connected with Pastor Paul and River Oaks Church. We're connected with this church as well. It impacts us all as a family. We're a family. So what it does, it causes us to stop what we're doing, start to pray, and see how we can serve. And that's what you're seeing right here. This community is rallying around these folks, and so we're just going to try to do our best to comfort and minister how we can.
So you're praying, people, I've been, water, ice.
Yeah, pizza, Subway, I mean, all of that. We got HEB donating some stuff, Subway. The community is really rallying around this event, so it's been pretty awesome to see.
Can you tell us, we heard that people are starting to receive news now.
Yes, I don't know if they're receiving news yet. We're just here to comfort. I can't tell you anything else.
So I believe that we're going to go do live television now.
Thank you. Thank you.
Stay with us. We're going to figure out what we're doing here.
Okay. Jack is going to be feeding you questions through the ear.
Okay.
He's on the phone right now. Make sure y'all can hear each other. Mike?
All right, Facebook family. Actually, okay. All right, I have a microphone. Let's see. Jack Acosta, do you hear me? Yes, sir.
You should be good. DPS just confirmed to me that they'll be doing a press conference here shortly. We don't know how long.
Okay. I'm sorry, Jack. Say that again. You're gonna relay questions to me. Yes. Facebook family, we're going to be doing live television here, so that's what we're doing.
Do you know how we're...
Facebook Live. You can do me.
Yeah, I know. I was going to. Facebook, as Sue just mentioned, we are waiting to go live on KENS 5 here momentarily. As Sue may have told you, she was just briefed by another pastor as to what is going on. I was just told by DPS troopers, who you can see there, that we'll be receiving an update here shortly here at the community center as to a little bit more confirmation from law enforcement. Again, as we have been stressing enough, we don't know the official count yet, but we're just waiting moments. Any live, this is Henry Ramos with KENS 5. As I mentioned, you can see I'm looking at Sue right now as we are waiting to go live on KENS 5 as we speak here momentarily. So make sure to tune into your televisions as we'll kind of give an update and briefing as to what we know so far. As I mentioned, we are awaiting a press conference from law enforcement. It looks like the agency that will be in leading giving us the information from law enforcement is DPS from a lieutenant. That's where we'll be receiving the confirmation as to what exactly happened at First Baptist Church.
What's going on is that while church services were underway around 11 o'clock this morning at First Baptist Church in Sutherland Springs, we're being told a gunman came to the church and opened fire. We don't know the number of fatalities, but we're being told this is a mass casualty situation. We saw at least 2 tarps on the lawn of the church, bodies that were on the ground outside the church. And we saw at least 2 aero medical helicopters leave here with people who were injured. We have been told that there are multiple casualties here, multiple dead people. So what we know now is that the Wilson County Sheriff's Office, the Sutherland Springs Police, La Vernia Police, first responders from all over Wilson County are at the church processing what is a very complicated crime scene because there are so many victims. That's what they're telling us. Now, we are at the community center, which is 1 block away. This is where all of the family members of the victims have been told to gather and where they're waiting for word. We've been told that any minute now there's going to be a briefing by Department of Public Safety officials, by troopers, by rangers, by the people who have taken over the investigation of this mass casualty incident. We know that there are multiple churchgoers dead and that the gunman is also deceased. They've established a perimeter at First Baptist Church in Sutherland Springs, and they're beginning the long, arduous task of processing what is a very awful scene. Now, the pastor from the church down the street says that when they were in church, that's when they got the word that their friends had been attacked. They said that there was a deputy in church, there were nurses, there were other first responders. Phones and pagers started going off. The church down the street immediately stopped what they were doing, and their friends and neighbors, they ran to assist their friends and neighbors and found a scene of real carnage. And that's when the ambulances started coming. There were first responders, mutual aid from Schertz and many other communities here in the Wilson County area and the surrounding counties because the need is so great. The pastors say that they're gathering here, the victims and their families are gathering here, waiting for word. And the pastor says everybody in this small community is going to know the names of every single person who was killed. And may I say that there are said to be numerous small children among the dead. One of the church ladies that I spoke to said that this is a generational church. The people have been coming to First Baptist Church of Sutherland Springs their whole lives. And that's the kind of community this is. The first responders who had to come here and minister to these people to give aid are their friends and neighbors. This is not a community where they have paid help. All of the people who came here to respond and to give aid are just friends and neighbors who have regular jobs, who dropped everything they did, as they usually do. Nanette, do you want to do live TV with me or not? Nanette is here from the Wilson County News. She was here early on. The Wilson County News is also publishing information on their website because it's their hometown. They have a newspaper in La Vernia. They have a newspaper in Floresville, so they may have more information. But she says she's working the scenes herself, so we'll let her be. So what is a situation where community members are bringing in water, they're bringing in ice, and they're doing the best they can to hold one another and to cry together and to pray together, to hold hands and do what people in small town Texas do when the unimaginable happens, and that's to hold tight. The pastor of the church down the street said that this is a community of great faith, and that's what they're going to hold on to at this time. They're going to hold on to their faith, and they're going to hold on to one another, and in the coming hours, families, they're asking family members to go inside. So perhaps in a few minutes here, we're going to have some more information about the casualties. We've already seen people break down in hysteria as they've arrived. Jack, I'm dialing in the IFB. Take this phone. Okay, Jack Acosta, speak to me.
Jack, can you hear?
I should be dialed in here.
I can hear you. She's dialing in right now.
I appear to be.
Right here.
I don't understand, but just 1 second. Okay, speak to me, Jack Acosta.
She's telling you to speak to her through the IFB.
Yes, I hear you. Yes, I hear you. This is confirmation that I hear you. Yes, I hear you. I have IFB. I hear John Rigby. Can you see anything at all? Yes. I hear you. Turn channel 2 down on your camera. Turn channel 2 down. Channel 2 is down. Yes, channel 2 is down. Yes, I do. I do.
Okay.
Manual. Is this 2? Channel 1, channel 2?
Channel 2 is
Manual.
0. Yeah.
Channel 1 is turned to 1 is up. Channel 1 is up. Channel 1 is up. This is channel 1
Yeah,
and channel 1 is
yeah.
up. Channel 1 is set on 6 now. Do you need more? More? You need more up. No, it's on 6 now. Channel 1. Channel 1. All right, we're good. One, 2, 3, 4, 5. This is a mic check. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3. Stand by.
There's a sign going up behind you, and I'm trying to read. Just FYI.
The sign says this building reserved for families, media, stay out. Okay, speak to me in the IFB. This is an IFB check one more time.
Do you have an IFB check or you guys do?
I did have IFB. I don't know what I have now.
Okay.
I'm not hearing anything now. Yes, I hear Monica. Thank you, Monica. I hear Monica. Yes, I can hear Monica. Yes, I can hear Monica. Thumbs up. Yes. Yes, I can hear Monica. Yes. Henry, can we see anything, or are you just getting sun flare? It looks like we're shooting directly into the sun.
We are. I mean, you can see you, but from back there it's hard to see, obviously. Fine.
It's fine?
Yep.
Okay.
Then you can see everything back there.
All right. Yeah. Continue to shoot video with my camera, if you can.
Okay.
I mean, the Red Cross just arrived. Troopers are here now.
stand by.
We've been told just to stay out here and not go inside, that's all. We're waiting for a briefing.
As soon as they go into commercial, we're taking it. Less than a minute away.
Okay. were killed in this attack. And so the people here are doing what people in small towns in Texas do every time there's a tragedy. They're bringing aid and comfort right away. We've seen people walk in with water and ice and food. Not that anybody's in the mood to eat right now, but they are gathering in small groups. They're holding one another. They're crying. They're praying. And they're comforting one another as they cry, and the awful truth begins to sink in that as much as half of a small church community at the First Baptist Church is
Sounds good.
is impacted. So we have first responders from everywhere. They're from Wilson County, from the fire department, from Schertz, from Lavernia, from Floresville, from Sutherland Springs. People have responded from miles around. Ambulances have come from miles around while we continue to process this crime scene. We're in the process of getting some video down the street to our truck so that we can feed back some video, and we're just waiting for an official briefing. Now, part of my crew, part of the KENS 5 crew, has moved over to City Hall, to a municipal building, where the DPS has said that they're going to provide an additional briefing. So the folks that are over there at the other side of this equation are going to have more information shortly, more than what we know. What we know is that they finally put a sign up on this community building that the inside of the building is reserved for friends and family, church members who have come here to get comfort and to get information, and they've asked the folks in the media to stay outside. And the people who are here know that we in the media did not choose to come over here and get in the middle of their grief. This is where the Department of Public Safety, where the first responders, the people who are in command of the scene, this is where they directed us to come in the initial crush of trying to figure out what was going on. They directed both victims and the media to go to the same place, which is usually not what happens. You know, usually they try to put some distance between victims and the media just as a sign of respect. But I think early on they didn't have that figured out. So now they've asked the media to move back, and many of us have moved back. We've sent our secondary crew over to get the official briefing from DPS. But we're going to stay here and just continue to talk with you in case you're just joining us, in case you're just tuning in to learn about this awful day in Wilson, Texas, what's actually going on here. So I'm going to start at the top and tell you what I know. What we're being told is that here in Sutherland Springs, Texas, which is a small community in Wilson County. It's on Highway 87. It's between Lavernia and Floresville. Yes, sir.
I need y'all to go to Stockdale. That's where we're giving y'all your...
Stockdale?
Stockdale City Hall.
Is that what the DPS guy said a minute ago?
Yes,
Stockdale?
700 West Main is where they're going to give you guys your media information. We're going to leave this for the families.
We're going to leave this for the families.
Yeah,
okay.
So these families are pretty distraught, obviously.
Yes.
So that we're going to have y'all move out and go to Stockdale so we can get y'all your information.
Okay. We sent another crew to Stockdale.
Okay, well, we need everybody out of here.
Everybody. Everybody. All right.
Please, and that's
very well. All right. All right, folks, we are moving to City Hall in Stockdale, which is way down the road. Stockdale, did you hear that? Stockdale City Hall is the new briefing area for Department of Public Safety. And they've asked everybody to leave here. They're about to, I think they're about to push us out of here. So Facebook, family, and NewsPath, we are going to close this operation down. KENS 5 web team, get ready to lose the signal, and we're gonna good night this location, and we will be back up with you in Stockdale as soon as we can drive to Stockdale, which is some distance from here down the road on Highway 87. So that's where we've been asked to go. So I've got a lot of gear here, and I'm going to sign off from Sutherland Springs, Texas, where there has been a mass casualty incident. Mass casualty, many people dead at the First Baptist Church, and we expect to have hard details from Stockdale, Texas momentarily. Stay with us on air and online. As soon as we get new details, we will be back with you. Sue Calvert, KENS 5, Eyewitness News.
I don't know how to turn this in. You got to turn off the TV.
Close